Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Sunday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. So yesterday, Saturday, I did a look at 10 great opening tracks um, resulting from a live chat we did a couple of weeks ago. And I'll explain that in just a second. Today, I'm going to do 10 closing tracks, or 10 great closing tracks, again from that live chat a couple of weeks ago. So yesterday, again, 10 great opening tracks resulting from a live chat that was held on Larry Graves, the wonderful, wonderful Canadian stud muffin. Love Larry. He's been so gracious in having me on quite a few of his live chats, and I love it. I so enjoy it. Along with Glenn Calloway from the basement, one of my best friends on the BC, Sam St. John, the amazing Sam St. John, the wonderful Rich Strickler, the marvelous Chris Brophy from Musically Obsessed, and the fantastic Randall Nelson. I'm trying to use all these acronyms to describe these guys. Just wonderful, wonderful guys in the BC. And we all chose our 10 great opening tracks as well as our 10 great closing tracks. So for those that haven't seen that, that's why I did that video yesterday on my 10 great opening tracks. Today I'm going to do 10 great closing tracks. They may not be the ultimate overall best in the world, but they are some of my favorites. And yesterday I had so many wonderful comments from you guys. Thank you so much on all your suggestions. And it could have been 10, 100 great opening tracks. As to, I'm sure I'll get comments on another 100 or 1,000 or whatever closing tracks. So that's the importance of an album. If it starts off fantastic, you're hooked. And if it ends with a bang, that's even better. And hopefully I've chosen some great ones for you guys. So I put the live chat, that was a couple of weeks ago, in the community page of my channel. And check out my video yesterday on 10 great opening tracks. Also, before I get started into anything, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. Want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. It's because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful, wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, I'm at 783. I want to get to 800 subs. So what's that? 17 more subs. If anyone knows anyone out there, have them come on over, like, subscribe, leave wonderful, wonderful comments, and I'd appreciate it if I can get over 800 subs. I'm trying to get to 1,000 this year. That's my ultimate goal. But I was jumping really high, and then I'm just seemed to be plateauing there for a bit. But I know I'll get there. It's just I'm striving for that. So thank you, everyone that's liked and subscribed and left wonderful, wonderful comments, and I greatly appreciate it. So let's get started here. From Chicago 6, great band Chicago, one of my hidden gem favorites. Their first 7 or 8 albums. After that, I'm not a fan of their music, but with the Terry Kath era, I'm a huge fan of Chicago. So the closing track on this one is Feeling Stronger Every Day. A, it's an inspirational track, and B, it's a fantastic track. So you got this opening bass run, and the horns kick in, and then the great vocals by Peter Cetera. He just sounds so good back then. And the bass goes through the whole thing. He's a fantastic bass player, and you can hear horns in the background as well. Ends with a flurry of drums. Danny Seraphin is such a wonderful, wonderful drummer on this one, and as the horns are blasting away. This is a great album. It really, really is. It's got. This was when they were at their Caribou Ranch. So you got Critics' Choice, Just You and Me, Darling Dear, Jenny, What's the World Coming To? Great track. Something in this City Changes People. Hollywood, In Terms of Two, Rediscovery, and of course Feeling Stronger Every Day. There's the boys there. Again, Chicago unfortunately would turn ballady. The production companies and the management, they wanted a front man. Chicago was always a 7-member band, no front person. But then you get the record executives and all these, the music industry, thinking bands should have a front man. Of course, they put Peter Cetera up front. They started to become more of a ballad band. And with the loss of Terry Kath, after I believe their 11th album, the band just kind of went downhill. They lost direction. Peter Cetera would eventually leave. They're still going today, but they're not the band they were in the earlier years. But still a great, great album. Chicago 6. At number 9, off of Scorpions, Blackout. Love this album. You got When the Smoke Is Going Down. Just kind of a haunting track. Klaus Main's vocals are just so good on this one. You got the beautiful slow ballad type of track to end it. Love how the song builds. Great, great riffs in there. A nice solo. It's a simple solo, nothing blazing or nothing fast, because the song doesn't really speed up in any way. But still, his vocals mimic the solo in some ways, or vice versa. The solo kind of mimics Klaus's voice after a while. But it's just a nice way to end this wonderful, wonderful album. And it starts off, of course. I could have chosen Blackout as an opening track as well, but you got Blackout, Can't Live Without You, No One Like You, the big, big hit, No One Like You, You Give Me All I Need, Dynamite, Arizona, When the Smoke Was Going Down. Yeah, Dynamite, I love that track, Dynamite. But yeah, Klaus Meine, such a powerful, powerful vocalist. And Scorpions are fantastic. So that's my number 9 off of this fantastic album, Blackout. My number 8, and it wasn't easy ranking these either, and I guess I'm not ranking them, I just kind of put them in any type of order that made sense to me. But from this wonderful album, one of my favorites, and again, a lot of people prefer the older Pink Floyd. I really like this album, Division Bell by Pink Floyd. I've chosen High Hopes, and the live version is just fantastic. This is not the live version I've chosen off this album, but opens with the church bells, and then that prominent bell tone to match the church bells. And then the piano starts kicking in tune with the bell. It's a haunting, haunting opening track. Then you get some amazing acoustic solos by David Gilmour, and then the slide work. He sits down and works on a slide guitar, and of course the live version is even better than the studio version, but still a great track. His vocals are just fantastic, and this is a wonderful, wonderful album as well. Division Bell. That's my number 8. Off of Steely Dan, Asia, my number 7. You've got Josie to end this. One of my favorites by Steely Dan here. Love the opening. It's got a groovy shuffle to it, and jazzy guitars and bass runs as well. The bass in this one is just fantastic. I'm not sure who's playing bass on this one, but they're great, great. Of course, they usually hire the best guitarists for this. In this case, they chose the greatest, which is Walter Becker, to play the solo on this one. He does an amazing job. And as it's as it's ending, that solo just continues. Um, Again, jazzy. Donald Fagen's vocals are just so good. Um, but this is kind of a hit after hit after hit album, um, because you not only have Josie on here, you've got Peg, Home at Last, I Got News, and then you've got Black Cow, the title track Asia, Deacon Blues. Um, yeah, just a good. I mean, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tracks on this one, but it's remarkable stuff. Steely Dan is so good, and Josie, nice way to end the album. Black Cow was a nice way to start the album as well. This could have been a great opening track album. So that was my number 7. If you don't know this album, definitely check it out. My number 5, I think I changed this up a little bit. I had it ranked a little higher, but my number 5, yeah, this was a hard one, but off of one of my favorite albums, 10 Years After and Shush, Alvin Lee, fantastic, fantastic blues player. You got I Woke Up This Morning. Wow. Blistering solos, bluesy, the opening lead work, and you can hear Alvin giggle a little bit when he does that second opening solo, just a little ditty, but I love when he laughs like that, a little bit of a giggle. 6 minutes and 31-second epic song. Most of that is wonderful lead work by Alvin Lee, and is just blistering, and he's all over the fretboard as well. One of the best later blues players. Unfortunately, we lost him a couple of years back, 3 or 4 years back. I can't remember the exact time, unfortunately. Is just wonderful stuff. And 10 Years After, great British blues band, led by, of course, by Alvin Lee. But you've got Bad Scene, Two Time and Mama, Stoned Woman, Good Morning Little Schoolgirl, great cover of that one. If You Should Love Me, I Don't Know That You Don't Know My Name, The Stomp, and of course I Woke Up This Morning. 10 Years After. If you're into the blues and later blues, definitely get this one. Get all their albums. They're fantastic stuff. My number. Sorry, that was my number. That should have been number 6. My number 5. From Back in Black. Back in Black, you've got rock and roll music. Sorry, rock and roll ain't noise pollution. I could have chosen Hell's Bells for the opening track off of this one. I could have chosen any song off of this one because it's such a great album. Coming off a tragic event that happened, and in the beginning you can hear Brian Johnson take a drag from his smoke, and that smoky voice, he starts to talk big like a tent preacher. Come on down here, you know. That's just that great riff that he's got in his vocals, and then of course you got that classic AC/DC riff happening, the groovy track, and great way to end a fantastic album. And the Young Brothers are just at their best. This is still a fantastic album. But Back in Black, You Shook Me All Night, Long, Have a Drink on Me, Shake a Leg, Rock and Roll Ain't No Noise Pollution. Just wonderful hits after hits after hits. And Hell's Bell, Shoot to Thrill, What Do You Do for Money, Give the Dog a Bone, Let Me Put My Love Into You. Classic stuff. And again, I could have chosen Hell's Bells as an opening track. And I should have, because it was pointed out to me a couple of times off of this one. But yeah, great opening. So that was number 5. Number 4. Again, I could have chosen Aqualung as an opening track. But off of this wonderful Aqualung album by Jethro Tull, remixed by Steven Wilson. He does such a fantastic job at remixing these albums. You've got Wind Up. Starts off nice and slow. You've got a nice acoustic riff going on. Ian Anderson, you know, spouting out his beautiful lyrics. And then it just kicks in with this heavy guitar riff by Martin Barr. And it just rocks you out for a time. And then it ends with that same slow, ballady acoustic playing solo. And just a wonderful way to end this epic album. And we've talked about it a lot. But of course, Aqualung, as I said, great opening track. Cross-Eyed Mary, Cheap Day Return, Mother Goose, Wandering Aloud, Up to Me. I love all these little ditties in this one as well. I just ranked his. I did a review on Jethro Tull's latest album. Nowhere near the powerful vocals on Aqualung or any other the previous album. Still a great album. Takes you a couple of listens for sure, but and then you got My God, Him, Slipstream, The Amazing Locomotive Breath, and Wind Up kind of gives you a bit of a breather after Locomotive Breath because it's such a powerful track. But yeah, Wind Up, great way to end. There's a great picture of Ian Anderson there. But yeah, awesome stuff, awesome album. So that was number 4. Number 3. This should be number 1, but there's a couple just. It's hard when you get up close to the top here. But from my favorite album ever, from my favorite band, right in par with the Beatles. To me, off of Machine Head by Deep Purple. You've got the great Space Truckin'. What can I say about Space Truckin'? Heavy organs, heavy guitar. Ian Pace is all over the place on the drums in here. Just killer drummer. Great rockin' track. Ian Gillan's vocals are powerful. Great solo by Richie Blackmore. But again, the thing to me off of this album, off of this song, is the drumming by Ian Pace. Just a great song to end an album. One of my favorite albums ever. Of course, I could have chosen Smoke on the Water. I could have chosen Highway Star to start off the album as an opening track. I don't know why I didn't, because it's but I think it may be because it's overplayed. But you got Highway Star, and then the deep tracks, Maybe I'm a Leo, Pictures of Home, and Never Before are fantastic. And of course you've got Smoke on the Water, Lazy, and Space Truckin'. Wonderful album. And Space Truckin' is a great way to end this album. And it never gives you a break on this one. It's just awesome track after awesome track after awesome track on that one. So Space Truckin' is my number 3. My number 2. This is where I changed it up a little bit. I can't remember exactly what I had, but I chose off of Red by King Crimson. Pardon me. I chose Starless. Starless is 12 minutes and 18 seconds of greatness, in my opinion. You've got the amazing Robert Fripp, John Wetton, and Bill Bruford. What a classic lineup of talented musicians. Again, 12 minutes and 18 seconds of greatness. The sax playing through this is fantastic as well. Of course, they've got the masterful guitar work of Robert Fripp. Heavy bass runs, and the matching guitars builds up to this amazing solo. Also, when it kicks in with this jazzy number as well. I think it's Ian MacDonald that plays the sax on this one. What a journey of this song. What a journey. Great album as well. Classic King Crimson. And my number one is none other than off of this debut of Rush. You got Working Man. I had to throw this one in for sure. One of the hardest tracks for Rush. You got the amazing drumming by John Rutsey, his last before Neil Peart would take over. And you got Geddy's vocals and bass. You've got Alex Lifeson's guitar work. If you don't think that Alex Lifeson could play guitar, listen to Working Man. Because most of that track, that's a 7 minute and 10-second song, I'd say 5 minutes is just Alex playing his heart out on this one. Some of his best guitar work ever. Great way to end this straight ahead rock and roll album. Yeah, you've got, it starts off with Finding My Way. I could have chosen that one as an opening track as well. Need Some Love, Take a Friend, Here Again, What You're Doing, In the Mood, Before and After, and of course Working Man. One of the heaviest tracks that they've ever done, and Alex Lifeson just blistering solos on this one. So there you have it, guys. There's some 10 great closing tracks. Hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful day. Love you all. Take care. Bye now.